Now, it's one thing to be framed for killing your husband, but it's another thing entirely to be framed by your husband for killing him. Oh yes, viewers were more than rooting for Libby Parsons in Double Jeopardy as we saw her serve a 6-year sentence for a murder that not only did she not commit, but for a murder that never actually happened.
$1 million. The jury may see it as a motive.
I didn't kill my husband.
The state says you already killed your husband. They can't convict you of it a second time. That means that when you leave here, you can kill him. And there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Hello, Nick.
I learned a few things in prison. I could shoot you in the middle of Mardi Gras and they can't touch me.
Double Jeopardy.
When uniformed officer Nick Stiles makes the arrest of the decade, his life is thrust into the fast lane of fame and fast becomes a heroic public official. As for Earl Blake, the criminal he arrests, he spends his entire incarceration planning and plotting every minute detail on how he will bring his nemesis down. With a series of elaborate frame-ups, one man's glorious life is about to be completely annihilated, bit by bit.
That launched him into the limelight.
Assistant District Attorney Nicholas Stiles has proven he can round up criminals.
But the one conviction he never thought twice about.
Remember Earl Talbot Blake?
No, the name escapes me.
Never stopped thinking about him. He's watching.
Your closest associate had $10,000 in his possession before he died, and you have been linked to the disappearance of that money and child pornography.
I'm gonna make him pay for this. That's for damn sure they're gonna pay for this.
Yeah, man, if you don't trust me, at least trust my mean street homeboy.
I want to see his face in the light of those cameras when they put the cuffs on, when it'll be complete.
Denzel Washington, John Lithgow, Ice-T. Ricochet.
Dr. Richard Kimball's wife has been killed, and he has been wrongly implicated, charged and convicted as the murderer. But through a twist of vehicular fate, he escapes his prison transport and sets off to find his wife's real killer. Inadvertently, he also uncovers a medical conspiracy that serves as the real motive behind his frame-up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. We have a fugitive that's been on the run for 90 minutes. Average foot speed over uneven ground barring injury is 4 miles an hour. Your fugitive's name is Dr. Richard Kimball.
In the spin-off to The Fugitive, US Marshals, we see Gerard and his team come up against the antithesis of Richard Kimball in The Fugitive that is Mark Sheridan. This time around, they are dealing with an ex-Marine, ex-Special Forces, ex-CIA Black Ops expert, but just like Richard Kimball, he is also innocent.
Is what it seems.
I gotta find out who the hell Mark Roberts really is.
Ex-U.S. Marines, Special Forces, ex-CIA Black Ops.
All right, heads up.
No one can be trusted.
I got set up from the word go.
This is a ruthless killer who committed murder in cold blood.
Because this time, the fugitive they're chasing
Give me a hand. I'd like to listen to you explain why your ruthless assassin keeps going out of his way to let people live.
is a government spy who knows too much.
You're the great Sam Gerard,
Yes, I am.
and you always have to win.
Yes, I do.
Hold it! Can't be caught! Turn around! You wanna kill him? Come on!
He's still at large, he's armed, he's dangerous. What do you intend to do?
Catch him.
Using a special effects expert from the movie industry, Rollie Tyler is tricked and framed by members of the Justice Department as they try to fake the death of a high-level mob informant. On the run and teaming up with a suspended cop, Rollie is about to roll out all his expertise for his ultimate production.
To do it for real.
We want to stage a fake assassination, Raleigh, and we want you to supervise it.
Who's the we?
Justice Department.
I'm a special effects man. I deal in make-believe. I'd like to keep it like that.
But someone else is writing the script and casting him as the killer.
I haven't done anything.
What if we put in real bullets?
If one person suspects.
Listen up to something! He tried to kill me!
My name is Leo. We need to talk.
He's going to need every trick from every movie he's ever made.
remember my particular genius.
Just to get even.
Son of a gun, you faked this out.
But Raleigh Tyler's most special effects are yet to come. FX.
IMF agent Ethan Hunt unwittingly leads his team of secret agents into a trap and is considered to be the traitor. Using his impressive skill set and recruiting disavowed agents, he works on clearing his name and exposing the real traitors.
We're being ambushed. Abort, that's an order. They knew we were coming. Do you read me?
I don't care how he did it. I want to know why he did it.
You're worried about me.
Why you survived.
I'm sure we can find something I have that you need.
No one sent me.
These guys are trained to be ghosts. Let's not waste time chasing after him. Just make him come to us. Find something that's personally important to him and you squeeze.
This whole operation was a decoy.
I can understand you're very upset. You've never seen me very upset. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Marine James Dunn is set up as the patsy after the First Lady is assassinated. As usual, it's the people closest to you who are setting you up and putting your life in danger. But James Dunn is one Marine not about to take this lying down.
Success. You'll have the kill shot.
Up there! He's up there! Get him!
There's been a mistake. The First Lady's been hit. I repeat, the First Lady's been hit.
I want checkpoints. Video surveillance set up in 5-mile intervals throughout the city. Hey, it's done!
It's him! It's him!
And you said you would help me.
What are you gonna do?
What they trained me to do.
Take him out!
I'm a Marine. We don't plan, we improvise.
Pre-crime cop John Anderton is about to find out the hard way that when you know too much, you have the power to bring the powerful down, and they don't like that.
You say something, Chief?
No. You're in a lot of trouble, John. I have a warrant in my pocket that says murder.
Don't run.
You don't have to chase me.
You tell me, who was it that set this up?
I don't know. How about now?
Minority Report.
Ex-gunnery Sergeant Bob Lee Swagger is hired by the government as a consultant to work out how a specific assassination will take place. All his efforts are brought to naught as he has been tricked into building evidence against himself and placed at the location of the crime. Now the conspirators are about to find out how good a soldier he really is.
People who knows what to look for.
Take him. This is a setup. Take him now.
This is a Delta level clearance request.
He's trained to counter intel. This guy's good.
There's gonna be more shooting, more people are gonna die. I didn't start it, but I mean to see it through.
He believed in honor.
We got him.
How could you miss?
He'll settle for justice. This is about to get worse.
We're never gonna stop chasing you.
Mark Wahlberg.
What if it's a trap?
Oh, it's a trap every time. Question is for whom?
I have something you want.
Where are we meeting?
Somewhere I can see you. Coming from a long way off. Shooter.
A veteran Secret Service agent is falsely exposed as an inside mole and murderer and has to find out what really happened, clear his name, all the while fending off attacks from the very people he trained.
Kind of a protege of yours, what do you think? He'll follow the evidence wherever it leads him. I don't believe it. You're being investigated for treason. Excuse me?
Why would I want to kill the president?
I am following the evidence.
I'm the guy that initiated this investigation. I am being framed.
Garrison has escaped from the rear of the residence.
For most of you, he's a friend. For some of you, he's a legend.
Hell, he taught me everything I know.
He is smarter and more experienced than all of you. He knows how you think, he knows how you operate, and he will use that against you.
Who sent you? The traitor is still out there, Dave.
You really think it's him, don't you?
Holster your weapon!
My radio just went dead.
It's going down! Get down!
Lawyer Robert Clayton Dean is targeted by the NSA when they discover that he has a disc with evidence showing that the NSA colluded and killed a congressman who was not going to pass a heavy surveillance bill. Framing Robert as someone who has been working with the mob and having an affair, Robert loses his job, family, and all his monetary assets. The NSA think that leaves him vulnerable and for easy pickings, but they are about to find out the hard way that this man is willing to fight for his life.
What kind of material?
He was unsuspecting.
Hey, am I in the wrong house? Hello? Eric!
He was unaware.
You are the only woman in the world for me. You and Janet Jackson.
Coming your way over. Now, what he doesn't know.
I'd like to report a break-in.
Could kill him.
Request immediate keyhole visual tasking, maximum resolution.
He's on your 6 o'clock. You have something they want.
2 targets, rooftop.
I don't have anything. Maybe you do and you don't know it.
You're a threat now. To whom? Everyone you know.
Target's on the move. A name, a phone number?
No, nothing. He didn't give me anything.
You know how many federal agents you had following you?
Stay exactly where you are. I want to use every means possible to get what we need.
From Jerry Bruckheimer.
Get the cat.
What's the cat's name?
Babe.
Producer of The Rock.
Come here, baby. Baby, come here.
A film by Tony Scott.
Target is on 21.
Director of Crimson Tide.
Is this about me?
20.
Do they know me?
19.
Who is they?
18. They jumped to 17.
Do they know me? I don't know what you're talking about.
Will Smith.
You're one of them, aren't you?
Former conspirator.
Switching, target switching.
Gene Hackman.
This is our problem. You live another day, I'll be very impressed.
It's not paranoia when they're really after you.
Tell them to stop it now!
Enemy of the state.
What the hell is happening? I blew up the building. Why? Because you made a phone call.
Raymond Tango and Gabriel Cash are two detectives from two different precincts affecting too much of crime lord Perret's business. To get them out of his affairs, he has them both framed for murder and locked up. Of course, Perret has no intention of them serving a full sentence and initiates a kill order. The reluctant duo must team up, escape, and pay back everyone that was involved in the conspiracy.
Dance around trouble and doesn't mind stepping on toes.
I hate you karate guys.
Tango and Cash.
Two corrupt cops, one of which is high on drugs, raid the wrong house for a drugs bust. When ordinary civilian James Rainwood walks out of the shower with only a towel and a hairdryer in his hands, he is shot by the junkie cop as he mistakes the dryer for a gun. Instead of admitting to their mistakes, they plant drugs and a firearm on James, and he is eventually sent to prison. What ensues is a fight for survival, redemption, and justice in and out of prison.
Maneuvering, the appearance of guilt.
James Rainwood, stand and face the bench.
He was an innocent man.
You have been found guilty.
You know I'm innocent.
Hereby sentence you to 6 years. The State Correctional Facility at Oroville, California.
But his nightmare's just begun.
Men get injured and killed in here, and it's not just by the shitbird convicts.
You better get with the program, Slick. I'm talking to you.
You ain't leaving just yet, punk.
Now he must fight to stay alive.
This motherfucker's time has come.
Now you be cool and everything be everything.
Civil rights, brotherly love, all that shit, that gets left at the front gate.
Don't you know it's only gonna get worse?
You gonna show us what a real convict you are now, sucker?
They wanted to teach him a lesson.
Give me their names.
I fell.
But they didn't know how much he'd learn.
Maybe you walked away in the free world, but not here. There's no place to go.
You're gonna be our kid, and I ain't hardly bullshitting.
I wouldn't bet on that. You don't try to hurt him, you kill him. And now it's your turn.
I'm gonna take that piece and fuck you with it, punk.
Touchstone Pictures presents An Innocent Man.
Mistaken for a George Kaplan, Roger Thornhill is about to be pursued across the whole of the United States. He is chased by a mysterious organisation who think Roger, or should I say George, is a counterintelligence officer. Thinking that he is trying to stop their mission of smuggling out a microfilm containing government secrets, they seek to eliminate him.
I told you, I'm not Kaplan. Games? Must we?
I can't go to the police. My fingerprints are on the knife, and they think I murdered a man for revenge.
You gentlemen aren't really trying to kill my son, are you?
No getting rid of me, is there?